Okay, on behalf of the Dan Gable Museum, the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, and Dan Gable himself, our namesake here, we are really honored to have Bruce Baumgartner, one of our all-time greats, sign his image. Bruce is 13-time world medalist, 5-time world Olympic champion. One Olympic champion. So we're honored. Bobby Douglas signed the wall, John Smith signed the wall, Bruce is our third all-time great to sign his image on the wall, and we're honored and glad that you guys are here to witness it. Okay, Bruce.
Uh-oh, pressure's on.
Pressure's on. Don't trip.
Don't trip.
John, last year, John Smith,
Yeah!
Our name like John Smith.
Heck yeah, man.
Woo!
Put the ears up there.
You want the ears?
Yeah, put them ears up there.
We'll put them to work.
It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Hey, we only got 10 minutes.
We only got one sheet of paper up there.
Very cool.
There you go. These young guys don't even probably do cursive anymore, do they? No.
I don't know. Never learned it.
I gotta remember to start doing it. Print that Olympic. That's Olympic champion, if you guys don't know. Learned a little cursive today. Well, John, I want to thank you guys for doing this, and you know, Coach, I want to thank you for helping win a couple of these medals and so forth. And it's an honor to be here and help preserve the sport of wrestling and the history and memory. Hopefully, it can motivate some of you guys to make good choices and be successful yourselves.
Thank you.
So anyway, I was his coach asking for the first world championship medal too, I believe, in '83.
Correct.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Bunch of 3 or 4 of the medals, probably.
Yeah, I know that was the first time I remember because you were young then. That was your brain for the one.
Yes, that was the first. I was on the team in 1982. For some of you young folks, weren't even born. Parents weren't probably even born. But anyway, in 1982, I was on a team. I did not place. And then in 1993, I placed Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I didn't place. And then I was third. And then won the Olympics and started the OK after that.
So the guy, he's a heavyweight, but he could shoot double legs too. You know, he had a lot of little guys moves, but that proves that some of you bigger guys can have little guys moves. It doesn't have to be just push and shove. There's actually, you have the ability. And I don't know if you were pretty much heavyweight quite often in your life, bro.
I wrestled a couple of matches at 188 in high school, my freshman year. But everything ever after that was heavyweight.
Can I add something here? I learned at lunch. Bruce, 9th grade year, he was 3-3, and the 3 wins were all forfeits.
3-3 varsity. I had 3 forfeits for the team, and I won. And the 3 that I actually competed.
Can you have you guys move up? Because a bunch of guys just came in, can't see you. So all these guys move up a little.
We can move over.
So I did not. For some of you younger wrestlers in here, I never won a state high school championships.
You kidding me?
Oh, that's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, Charlie.
Nothing wrong with that.
Wait a minute.
Not like Coach Deanna.
Yeah. Move it under.
Where's Coach Deanna?
Then you know, a little more history here. Coach Deanna in the back, wrestling for Iowa, getting put in the Hall of Fame. He's the guy that hired me at Edinburgh University. And then when he moved on, he was the head coach there. I was the assistant. He moved on. His wife told him he was only allowed to stay 3 or 4 years, and he actually listened to her. My wife said I was only allowed to stay 3 or 4 years. So I actually stayed 36. I don't know what that means, Pam, but
I don't remember that.
I thought it was a year, but It was a little change for us. I was coming from like Oklahoma State and Indiana State, and he was coming from Iowa and Edinburgh at the time. We were 0-13 a year before we were there, Mike.
Yep.
And today it's one of the best wrestling. What Coach Deanna started, and myself, Tim Flynn, Matt Hill. So a lot of history in this building for me right now.
Just for your information, they did come to the University of Iowa, and actually in 1 year they took 3 or 4, I don't know how many guys. When Mike, when you went there, did you take some guys with you from Iowa or not?
Cassie and Fury.
Who did?
Mike Cassie, Matt Fury.
Mike Cassie and Matt Fury, they were on our squad as well. And then who came after that? Kaufman?
Kaufman and Wright.
Kaufman
And then
David Wright.
So they took a bunch of Hawkeyes that were actually wrestling behind people, and you need good people behind, but they ended up going and they made their national fame too as well. So it worked out pretty good. They used to call Edinburgh Little Iowa of the East.
Yeah.
Little Iowa of the East at the beginning.
Yeah, we got Coach Gable helped us create the Iowa program, helped Mike create the Edinburgh program.
Well, actually, the Edinburgh athletic director called me before the national tournament and said, "Can I come out and hang out with you during the national tournament?" I said, "Well, I'm going to be busy. You can follow me if you want." But he followed me that whole tournament. Every time I stopped, he bumped into me, and then he went back and started really good wrestling after that particular weekend. So a lot of history here, and guess what? That's history, but you're history too, because you're the future history, and that's what it's all about. And so I don't know how many guys in 20 years or so are going to walk in here and see yourself in here, but that's the way you got to picture and vision and do all that kind of stuff. That's how you get good.
Have fun, learn every day. Be a little better today than you were yesterday. Just keep learning, whether it's in life, wrestling, schoolwork. Just do your best and try to be better every day.
There's a path for that. There's a path for that. It's difficult, but it's fun.
It's fun.
Thanks for coming, everybody. We appreciate it. You being a part of this.